Alright, hi there YouTube, this is Matt from James Corner, coming with you with my first place Evolution Cup Blue Hybrid list that I had posted about a couple nights ago. I was able to go 3-0 with this list, beating out 7th grade Demon Lords, Ancient Gabubon, yeah, and Blue Hybrid Mirror. We didn't get to do a 4th round due to it being kind of late, and and the other undefeated table had tied their games. I was made the clear winner of that tournament. I also ran this list today at our first BT and our first Oceanic BT17 Regional. So in that tournament, I came today. Oh, I finished at 13th place. Which were, yeah, top 16 is okay, but for us Oceanic people, it's not really that useful, as our nationals are open invite. So yeah, we'll get into the deck profile and I'll talk more about the list as I go through it. But yeah, just overall, the tournament, like the regional itself, playing this list was great. My matchups were, so round one was against an ancient Garurumon. It was a Garurumon slash, like, it ran like at the top end of ancient Garurumon, but it ran like the low end of Garurumon cards, such as like the BT15 Garurumon that plays out the Matt Tamer for free if you don't have one, and it ran like, yeah, stuff like Sagittarius mode to help you bounce back rookies back to your hand. So yeah, a really good line to go into an ancient rather than playing like a brutal hybrid list. So yeah, that was round one. Round two was against the I can double check actually. Yeah, so round two was against Numemon, which I unfortunately lost, as Numemon is still a fast deck against in this meta. So yeah, quite difficult matchup to beat, but I was able to take one game off it. Shout outs to Ben for versing me. It was great seeing you again, and great topping of your first online regional. So yeah, round three was against a Blue Hybrid Mirror, except their version was running more of the had stuff like the purple mat from started at 6, which, like, all turns, I think when one of your Digimon will die, you can suspend the stamina to gain a memory. So yeah, I was able to win that 2-0. I'll talk about the one card that kind of saved me, that like kind of made that matchup pretty easy. Round four was against Ancient Gabumon. That was a pretty very, very close matchup. I took that 2-1. Yeah, like, there's the one card that I versed, like, that came in very clutch against the mirrors that I did verse today. It was, yeah, so round five was against another Blue Hybrid Mirror. I'll talk a little more about that, about the one card that saved the matchup for me. And then last round was against Imperial Jamon. Kind of, yeah, like Numemon and Imperial Jamon, I think are like kind of hard matchups for Blue Hybrid, as especially Imperial, where if they're able to go into their BT16 Imperial, and you do your whole evolution combo, go into Ancient for 3 costs without ignoring evolution requirements, is kind of sketchy. If they have the Imperial, they can go. If they have Dragon mode, BT16 can go up to BT another fighter mode or whatever. So yeah, pretty sketchy matchup. But yeah, I'm able to take that. If I was able to win that, I could have gone. I would have gone in like 4th at that tournament, but it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. So yeah, but I'll settle for 13th place. So yeah, record was 4-2. Really great deck. Unfortunately, I wasn't the highest Blue Hybrid Blue Hybrid topping in that tournament. Unfortunately, no Blue Hybrids topped at that in that regional today. Not even top 8. Like, the closest one was like 9th place, and then it was me at 13th place, which was like, okay, sure. But yeah, getting straight into the deck profile. So I think, like, among like what I would say about this deck is that it's pretty stock standard. There are like kind of 2 different versions of the red base. So I personally run the red base, but there's 2 types of versions that people play. Some people play the version where they go Flamemon and for the search, and that kind of stuff, or you run like the Muchamon or the or my tech card instead of Muchamon, which I'll get into a bit. But yeah, there's that version where you're like just constantly drawing from those, and you're playing like Floodgates, like Gotsumon, and there's another one that I play as well. But yeah, I'll get straight into it. So first we run. So we got talk about this card first. 4 Koromon. When security is removed, draw 1. Really great card to get cycling whenever security is removed, and it really helps with if you're not able to swing, if you're not able to draw a card, if you're not able to bounce anything when you go into your ancient combo, and you check security with this will add a card to your hand, and ancient will activate its your turn effect to when a card is added to your hand. You can bounce security, so this helps with that consistency of activating the ancient effect if you don't have anything to bounce. So yeah, we run 4 of those, pretty stock standard. And then 1 Digimon, which is I think the most undervalued card. I swear this came in clutch a lot of times against the mirror. One thing about the mirrors that I versed, I didn't lose, so I lost. I went what 3? Yeah, went 3-0 against mirrors. Well, ones that ran like basically an ancient package. So yeah, was able to get those. That was 4-0. Yeah, 4-0 against the mirrors, and then lost 2 against the Imperial and a new one. So yeah, this comes in clutch, deleting basically any rookie that is under 3k or less. Yeah, came in clutch a lot of times, just paying that 1 memory, and like also this also just paying the 1 memory itself as well comes in clutch, just to like maybe trick your opponent. If you're set at 3, you can just pay the 1 memory, go to 2, and then maybe play like another like a 3-cost Tamer or something to help you just pass turn and choke them to 1. So yeah, definitely comes in clutch if you have nothing to delete. So yeah, definitely I would consider bumping this up to 2. But 1 is good at the moment because I'm really relying on this Koromon to draw me 1 to help me cycle through that ancient play. Play 1 of those. So as this is like primarily a rookie rush type of build, we are running obviously the 8 Ukamon. So we're running the 4 promo and the 4 BT16 ones. So these ones are extremely helpful in just like giving you more consistency, drawing, getting your memory if you when you need it, and then also searching your searching for anything that you missing pieces that you need. Definitely both come in clutch. What I will say about like putting stuff in breeding is that you always want to prioritize these Ukamons rather than your other red rookies that you play, because these just like help you speed up the game faster to help you win the game faster, I guess. So yeah, it wouldn't be a blue hybrid or a hybrid list without running Pokemon. Pokemon searches top 5 to get any 10 warrior a card with 10 warrior traits or hybrid traits. I didn't know until like I versed like my last blue hybrid mirror that this can also add the one of the new cards in the set, because that has 10 warriors in its traits, and it just adds any card. So yeah, really great card, and really great at helping you cycle through your hybrid plays where you would evo over a Tamer, gain 2 memory, so basically be for 0. So yeah, really great card. So this is a new one. So I'm running, instead of running Muchamon, I run 2 Gilmon. Gilmon, when attacking, is draw 1, trigger draw 1. Like the reason why I play this, so there's 2 reasons why. One reason is because I have the old art of it, and like don't get it twisted that Muchamon and Gilmon do exactly the same thing. They both draw you 1, and this is what you always want to be drawing. Like you always want to be trying to draw somehow to get your plays. The reason why, and yeah, so I play one of like so the first reason is because I have the old art and I have like too many of these cards for me not to play this card. Second reason is that compared to Muchamon, this one does a little bit better at cycling cards, because I had found out that like Muchamon, you have to be attacking the player to draw 1, and there are some moments where you want to be like, if they have a suspended rookie or anything, you want to you can't trigger that. You can't trigger Muchamon's effect because it has to be attacking a player. And if you want to get rid of a rookie or maybe crash into a rookie or something, you can't draw 1. So Gilmon can help with that when you can. You're just triggering draw 1 when attacking. Some people say it like it's kind of bad against like Venusmon, but like what are the odds that you're gonna have this against a Venusmon? Like you're really gonna be swinging? Not really. So yeah, I play this one, but you can play Muchamon. It's like a whatever card. It's like they literally do the same thing. So yeah, I play 2 Gilmon promos, and then pretty standard as well, run 1 Solomon, Gotsumon, sorry. Gotsumon plays players can't play effects, so kind of counters stuff like Numemon can't play stuff of Monza X, and Partition they can't play off Western Imperial, they can't play things from David's Can, or they can't like Partition anything, but like most likely they're gonna get rid of this. So yeah, people will say that like, oh, like if you have Gotsumon and Muchomon on the field, you swing with this Muchomon can draw you one to win the swing, but it's like, how often is that going to happen? Because most of the time when you're swinging with these rookies, they're most likely dying in security. Like 8 times out of 10 that they're dying. If they survive, that's great. That's okay, sure. That's why you play Muchomon. But yeah, obviously Floodgates you don't want to swing with, so yeah, you just want to keep him as safe as possible. And the last card I play in terms of rookies is one Solomon. This was just a late addition because the list that I kind of took as the skeleton of, it was the BT18 list where they ran the Shamanmon from BT18, which is a floodgate where it's basically the memory floodgate, where the red memory floodgate where they can't gain memory from effects except from Tamer effects. Since we don't have that yet, I just replaced it with this. This can be you don't need to play this, honestly. This can help. This didn't come up that much in the in my matches, but when it does, it can help with like stopping Death X from being played. If you have a pretty wide board, it can stop the Ancient Guardian Deity play because they can't reduce play costs. And actually, it doesn't stop that. It stops the Digicross plays from Ancient Gurumon. So yeah, this can help with it. And then Gotsumon as well, one thing about Gotsumon as well is that it also stops the Ancient Guardian Deity, because the second part of that effect is they're playing whatever card or whatever Digimon from that effect, they are playing it from an effect, so this Gotsumon can stop that. So yeah. And then going on to the level 4 hybrids, this is pretty obviously stock standard. I see people running something different, but yeah, this is like pretty standard within everything. You're running 4 of the Lobomon from BT17 and 4 of the Kendo Gurumon from BT17. Your combos, like this is pretty stock standard with every blue hybrid deck that's going to be running for the near future. Go into the Evo into this, trigger draw 1, and then it activates Koji. Koji, gain your memory, gain your jamming or unblockable, and then use the second part of the evolution to evolve into Lobomon. Lobomon, if this has Kendo in its sources, you can evo into Ancient for 3. I can see why now people play the purple mat, because purple mat can activate this one, because if you have a purple Tamer on the field, if you have a purple Tamer, then you can play, you can evo doing the same thing. So yeah, but your basic combos are just go into this, and then Kendo into Lobo into Ancient. And then the last hybrid I play is this Kendo Gurumon from BT7. This is great. Like honestly, I see people, instead of running this one, they run 2 of the BT4 Lobomon, which is like the OG hybrid per se. So yeah, but I like running this one instead, because you'd rather want a Kendo Gurumon going into and then evolving for 1 into a Lobomon and then doing the play from there, because sometimes you don't have this, and then if you have this in hand, this can help you just slide into this 1 for 1 and then do the whole Ancient combo there. So yeah, but other than that, it's just a hybrid for game, evolving for 2 and then gaining jamming if it has hybrid in sources or Koji, which it always will have. So yeah, jamming is all right. So yeah, got that. The next 2 cards, level 5s. I've seen a lot of decks as well. A lot of the hybrid lists, they run Jetsilphimon. Instead of Jetsilphimon for myself, because it's a one-off, it's too inconsistent. Even though you have like so many ways of drawing into it or searching it for Boko, like it's a one-off, and it's just a recover 1. Like whoop-de-doo, I guess. Yeah, it can help where like it maybe can save you a turn or 2 from like another Ancient play. But yeah, if you're versing someone like Fenrir Lugumon, Takemikazuchi, then it doesn't really matter. So we run 2 Beowulfmon, which can help bridge you the gap into evolving into your Ancient Gurumon for 4 cost, which I almost forgot and I almost passed on with that. Like holy shit, it was really sketch. But yeah, evolving for 1 is great, or you can evolve for 0 from the Kendo effect, evolve into this. and then when attacking, you may return a hybrid. So this is actually really great play in terms of like bouncing back floodgates or bouncing back just any rookie. You evo into this for 0, and then you would evo this for 1, and then bounce back any of your level 4s, because other than the ancient undulation where it can grab back a hybrid, this can also help you cycle back your hybrids back to your hand. So you evo into this over your one of your level 4s, swing, bounce this back to your hand, and then bounce one of their level 4 lower Digimon back to their hand. And it can also help like maybe trigger your ancient if you have one from like a Digicross, or you just have one on the field, can help trigger that because it adds card to your hand. So yeah, that's great. Or it doesn't really matter because it triggers like if you're bouncing something is get it like your opponent's security is what you're seeing bounce. So yeah. Next cards we run, so only level 6s we run in this blue hybrid list is obviously the 4 Ancient Gurumon. Ancient Gurumon, the lifeblood, like the kind of the namesake of the whole archetype at the moment. Yeah, really great card. Stupidly broken. I had many people like watching my stream and saying that wow, like they did not know that they hadn't known the full power of Ancient Gurumon until I was doing the plays, and it was like actually being stupidly disgusting. So yeah, on play or when Digimon in return when your opponent's Digimon with a lowest level back to their hand, and then when a card adds when effect adds cards to your or your opponent's hand, add the top card, bounce the top security back to their hand as well. So yeah, really great to bounce just basically the lowest level back to their hand, and then bounce security, just burning security there. And then on deletion, this is where it gets stupidly broken. Return Tamer card from its sources. Return one Tamer card and one hybrid from your trash to their hand, and then you may play a Tamer from your hand without paying this cost. That's where it gets broken, where you can just play any Tamer. In the Ancient Gabu build, you can play out your Matt Ishida's BT6, I believe, and you can play analog use, just play anything for free. Doesn't need to be Tamer with an inherent effect, which could have been like they could have done that, but like yeah, don't know why they didn't. So yeah, grabs back in. Yeah, so in this you want to grab back your like piece that you need for whatever piece you need in your hand to do another combo, and then play out maybe a couple of cards that like maybe your your Tamers, or your hybrid Tamers, or your other Tamers that you would need to in the matchup. So yeah, running 4 of those, mandatory. And then last card, which I'm thinking of like maybe cutting out because it never came out for me because I never had enough memory to do it, unfortunately, was Shanghai Rule Mode. Shanghai Rule Mode, self-explanatory, minus -5k to the board, and then on deletion does the same thing, and then end of attack, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, recover 1, and then hatch. Never came up for me, unfortunately, because I never had enough memory to do it. When there was times where I did have enough memory, I just focused on another play instead of wasting kind of the turn doing this. I'm thinking of cutting it out. I don't know what for, but this is like in general, this is a stock standard like card in blue hybrid at the moment, because you can evo over it the yellow, but you just have to have enough memory for it and be able to keep turn, because if you're going into if you're doing your combo like your Kendo combo into a Lobo, evoing this for 3, you're probably passing turn. Yeah, you probably have to like waste some Hammer Sparks or something like that, or whatnot, or have a Pokemon on the field to like maybe regain that memory. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult to evo into this if you don't have the memory. Yeah, so only play 1 of those. I've seen like all of the list that I've seen after the tournament that were ran it at 1. I saw a couple of other people ran it at 2. But yeah, 1 is probably enough for me. Probably will cut it for something. If you have any suggestions, yeah. But yeah, onto the Tamers now. So obviously pretty standard of the blue hybrid list is to run the 4 Kojis from BT7 and 4 of the new Kojis from BT17. The main effect of the BT6 or BT7 Koji never comes up, or well, I've never seen anybody do it, because I don't think you would have enough yeah, I don't think you would have, because obviously because it evolves into a Magna Gurumon instead of a Ancient Gurumon. So yeah, never comes up. But the inheritable of I think so obviously the inheritables are the same, or like the first part is the same, where you card adds to your hand. Game 1 memory. This one, this Digimon can't be blocked, and then this one gives jamming. This one is great into Magnamon if I ever versed it today. This comes in clutch against it because, yeah, just being able to be unblockable against Magnamon just kind of ruins the day. And then this one jamming, like sometimes you want your things to be dying in security. Well, it's dying in security no matter what from the Lobo effect. But if you go in maybe into Ancient, or if you go into Beowulf and then Ancient Gurumon, this can kind of be come in clutch. But yeah, jamming is like not really needed because most of the time it's always dying. Kind of part of the Rookie Rush package, we also run 3 of the Louis Owada. Yeah, pretty stuck standard in Rookie Rush, and kind of like these Rookie Rush builds, just trying to raise out your rookies fast as possible to kind of get the most value of them. And then whenever you raise, game 1 memory. So yeah, really great. If I would consider upping this to 4, but I don't know what to cut. Maybe this, but like yeah, but this would come at sometimes, I don't know. But yeah, this there would be times. There were times throughout the regional today where like if I had drawn into another one of this, I could have won the game. But yeah, it doesn't work out that way. So yeah. And then the last card, the card that came in clutch within all my blue hybrid mirrors, is Digimon Emperor. Digimon Emperor is self-explanatory as well. When your opponent raises out opponent zone, when your opponent moves out of level 3 from the breeding area to the battle area, you gain 2 memory. So every single game, every single mirror, blue hybrid mirror I verse, or any variant of like that ran Ancient, I was able to see this turn 1 and play it, and always choke them to 1 for them to not get the max value of it. Yeah, this came in like MVP, like in the games that I lost, because in the 3 games that I had lost the game in the set of the mirrors that I versed, I just didn't see it. So that's why I lost. But then the ones that I did win, and then I eventually won the whole set with, is that I either had one of these or I had 2 of these. There was one game against the Ancient Gabu player. I was able to play double of these and just like ruin his day with it. So yeah, couldn't play the game basically. And then onto the options, go pretty fast with this one. We got 2 Crimson Blaze. Crimson Blaze good to the late, just like wide boards. Never came up, but like there were times that I did have it, but I just focused on another play like I did with my Beowulf. But yeah, just good to the clear off the board if they go wide. And then we play the new card, Ancient Guardian Deity from BT17. This so Pokemon can add this card because it has 10 Warrior traits, and it just adds any card with that trait in it. So yeah, returning a hybrid card or 10 Warriors trait from trash hand, and then playing a 10 Warriors or a Tamer a Digimon card, which just costs a 4. So if you do play this, and then return Ancient, play Ancient, cross with these 2, that would just cost of 10. So this will basically be for 2. Really great combo. There are times where like sometimes if you don't have a Tamer and you don't want to hard play one, you'd probably just play this because this triggers off any Tamer. So that's another broken thing about this card, is that you can have like any of these white Tamers, and this can trigger it because it says while you have a Tamer or a Digimon with hybrid and straight, you may ignore color requirements. So yeah, don't really need to have these 2 to activate this. You can have like Emperor turn 1 and then play this to play that. So yeah, really great. And then the last card is Hammerspark. Hammerspark self-explanatory, just like helps you combo off further if you need the memory too. Considering bumping this up to 3, maybe cutting a Crimson Blaze for it. But yeah, if I had more of this, I'd probably would have won some games much quicker. But yeah, that's my deck profile. Just about the deck, like yeah, really strong. I think like probably the second best deck of the format, even though it didn't get a top 8 at our regional. I would assume that in other regions, when they have their BT17 formats, this can easily get a top 8. It's just rather unfortunate for me that I versed like 2 of the kind of worst matchups of the yeah, that I would consider like bad matchups for me. But yeah, other than that, really great list. Like I said, you can replace Guilmon with Muchomon with a Pixel Poison. Like I said, they do the same thing. weaknesses of the deck is obviously Digimon Emperor. I think people say this all the time. Digimon Emperor just like weakens the deck because you can't like if they go even if they go one Emperor, it kind of slows down the deck by a lot. Yeah, they have to have a combination of the memory set of Koji or Louis, and then Ukamon to raise out to like kind of keep turn. And yeah, so yeah. But yeah, that's the list. Feel free to add any comments about the list, and yeah, I might upload some gameplay of my regional run. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yeah, I do stream my regional runs whenever tournaments do come up. So if you're interested, feel free to watch. I might put the link in the description for that. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and have a nice day.